Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening. Happy Tuesday. Sagittarius season. So, I know I've been kind of off on here, with Thanksgiving and whatnot. Just kind of preoccupied. But anyway, I'm driving home and I'm thinking, and I'm like, some dark thoughts come, and I'm thinking, they never really go away. I don't think. I don't think they ever go away. I think that saying, things don't get easier, you just get stronger, is very true. And I know I've said it before with regards to not fighting things, fighting your existing reality, but rather trying to redirect your focus. Way easier said than done. But trying to redirect your focus, catch yourself, and as best you can, embrace the thought and acknowledge it. But over time, I notice I have gotten better with mindfulness and seeing it just as that, just a thought. And as soon as I can, redirecting my attention to something more powerful, more positive, more in line with who I am now. Because I know all too well that I cannot continue to think. It's fine to have the thoughts appear, but to think and ruminate and perseverate on the same thoughts and feelings that I once did, I can't do that and create a better life for myself. I know that. I know it. I understand it on a deep emotional level that I catch myself. I'm like, nope, that's the old you, man. That's the old Cito. He's no longer here. And I think they just come back to, I think on some level, no matter how much you change the program, they're always there, kind of lingering in the background. They lose their power the less attention you give them. They no longer have control over you to the same degree, but I think they come back to test to see if how far that door is still open, right? And they come in and try and be like, okay, where's he at now? But if you shut him out, if you acknowledge and don't fight, but just shut him out, over time, it does get easier. That's honestly above and beyond anything that's helped me with my OCD. That's been probably the number one thing. And look, I know, especially when you're just starting to implement certain tactics like this, mental tactics, it's really hard. Really what I found is what gives the thought energy is attention, emotion, right? When you emotionalize, when you get emotionally involved with that thought, that's what gives the thought life and energy. But when you're just doing the best you can to be the conscious observer, you're not giving it energy. You're just being the conscious observer. You're noticing it and then choosing not to get emotionally involved with it. Because emotional involvement with a thought is what makes the subconscious impression and really drills that down into your being, into who you are. And that's where that saying comes, I think, from, don't take it to heart. Observe, notice, acknowledge, and just work on trying to dismiss. Over time, I'm telling you, it does get easier. Like I said, that's why I'm bringing this up, is I don't think they ever get eradicated, fully I don't think they ever fully cease to exist, but you can certainly manage them over time. It's like anything. It's a muscle. It's like going to the gym. You've got to work those muscles and start channeling new neural pathways, is my understanding, and kind of how I've come to realize all this over the years. But anyway, just some food for thought, because I'm pretty far along. This journey dealing with this has been pretty much a lifelong experience. And it's just what I've noticed is the less attention, and eventually you just train yourself. You get more keen. You get more keen at, like, in your ability to notice, and more astute at noticing and having the discernment to be able to know what that thought represents, and having the discernment to then know, okay, do I get emotionally involved in it, or do I dismiss it and redirect? So anyway, that's all I got for tonight. Hope you have a blessed rest of your week, and we'll talk to you soon.